it is Samantha from Top Dog Tips. I am back with another weekly review for you, and this week I have, come here Sadie, look, come here. This is my Chocolate Lab Sadie, and she is wearing the Ruffwear Front Range Everyday Harness. No, Sadie is not leash trained. I was hoping that I was going to be able to do this review with my boxer Chloe, but that didn't work out, so I'm going to show it to you on Sadie really quickly how easy it is to use, and then I'm just going to show you the harness so that she won't get a little too stir crazy on the leash here. So you can see that the harness fits around the neck and then around their chest, and it's you can get her to show you. It's padded all the way down the front here in the chest for her and padded up around her neck, and there's padding here on the back as well. Come here, Sadie Lou. Sadie, no. Sadie, no. What? I brought something for you. Okay. Sadie is very food motivated, so I'm hoping she'll behave. For a few minutes for some treats. Hey, right here. I have the leash hooked onto the metal clasp on the back here, and there's another one right here on the chest. So if you want to hook to the front of your dog, Sadie. No. Oops. You can hook it on their front as well if you have a dog that pulls or you're doing some kind of leash training where you want it on the front, you can do that. If you're wondering what this thing is, it's called a fifth paw. It holds dog poop bags. You can watch my review on that posted on the site too, but just in case you're wondering, that thing is hanging off the leash. So sit, Sadie. Sit. Sadie. Sit. Do you want this cookie? Sit. No, she just wants her ball that's in my other pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off Sadie. I will show you how easy it is to get on and off your dog. There are two clasps. Technically you only have to do one, but you can do two if you don't want to have to stick their leg through one, and then you just pull it up over their head. I will throw this for Sadie and get her out of here, and I will show you more about the Ruffwear collar. So there's the two clasps right here, and those are plastic. So this is the part that your dog's head goes through. This goes under their chest, and then this is the part that's on top. You can see the, again, like I had mentioned, the metal, it's not a traditional D-ring, but it is a D-ring of sorts that you can attach your leash to. And then there is another hook right here. This one is made of plastic and then the nylon, so it's nylon reinforced with a little bit of plastic. And you can hook that on the front there as well. It has 4 adjusting straps, so if this is how your dog is wearing it, if this is their back, you have an adjusting strap on each side of their chest, and then you have an adjusting strap on each side of their back as well. Oops, when I flipped this one, it was twisted. So an adjusting strap on each side of their chest and an adjusting strap on each side of their back. Those are going to be really easy to adjust. It's just like any other traditional collar adjustment. It's very easy to do. What I would recommend and what I did was I put this on Sadie with them adjusted so they were as big as they could go. And then once it was on her, I just shrunk them up until it fit. It was a custom fit for her. So there's that. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention to you is that there is a Velcro pocket here. Sadie thinks I have a treat, but I don't. Did you drop your ball? And it's got a hook that you can put your dog's ID tag on, and of course you can leave the ID tag out if you want to, but you can also tuck the ID tag in. We do a lot of hiking with our dogs. That's primarily when they wear their harnesses. So we tuck them in and keep them inside like that so that they're not getting caught on things when we're out and about. If you have a dog that runs loose on your property, we live here in the country and our dogs are in and out of the woods all the time. So that's a nice feature. And then there's also right here on the inside that is pressed against your dog's chest, there is this other ID tag where you can write in your dog's name and the phone number. And then in case your dog gets lost and somebody doesn't find these ID tags tucked in there, they have this one written right here. You could even write a little instruction to see this pocket here if you wanted to do that for your address and that kind of information. So there's 2 ways that you can have your dog's ID. The other thing that I really like about this is sometimes when we're hiking, or especially if we go somewhere where there might be like a place to go swimming, Sadie especially, because she's a lab, loves the water. So we always take her harness off of her, and we've never left it anywhere, but on the off chance that we did forget it at one of the brooks or streams that we went to, hopefully a Good Samaritan would find it and be able to return it to us, because we have our name and our phone number written on here. Another thing that I will mention is that you can also leave your dog's collar on. If you remember when Sadie was wearing this, it comes around her neck, but it's more down in this area where the collar sits up here. So you've got a couple of inches of space between the collar and the harness, which is really great. If you just want to leave their collar on and you don't want to take that on and off when you put the harness on, our dogs don't typically wear collars because we do normally have them on a harness. But if you do normally have them on a collar and you only want a harness for, say, a hiking adventure or something like that, that's a great feature, that it won't rub up against that collar and cause any chafing or anything like that. These come in, they're in 5 different sizes, and they go anywhere from, I believe, 13 inches to 41 inch girth. So when you, chest girth. So when you order this, you're going to take a fabric tape measure, and you're going to measure your dog from the deepest point on her chest all the way up around to her back, and see what you got. Now this is the medium, and it's supposed to be, I thought it was going to be good for Chloe. I think that their measurements personally are a little bit small. This was supposed to be Chloe's, and it ended up being more suited for Sadie. It was just about an inch small for Chloe, and I know that I triple checked the measurements. So you may, if your dog is right on the borderline, if they're within that last inch or two, you may want to bump up to the next size, and then you may have to have your collar adjusted all the way on the smaller end for the larger size, but at least it will fit your dog. Whereas if you're more on that upper end and it's the measurement's just a little bit off, you're going to end up with a harness that doesn't fit. So take that into consideration. You'll see in some of the consumer reviews that a couple other consumers mentioned that as well. Their dog was right on the cusp there, which Chloe was, and they ordered the smaller size and it didn't fit. So that's what happened to us as well. So I would recommend going with the bigger size if you are on the brink there. So these harnesses work really, really well for us. We do enjoy them. The only thing that I will say is that these do not work with seat belts. A lot of harnesses you will find nowadays will be compatible with seat belts so that you can load your dog into the vehicle and buckle them right in. This is not one of those harnesses. This is more of an everyday harness. It's got a lot of padding both on the back, on the neck, and on the chest. So this is kind of an everyday, wear it around the house harness. If you have to take your dog out on a leash all the time, or you take them for walks frequently every day, this is the kind of harness that you're going to use. This is not a harness that's going to work if you want to take your dog for a ride and secure them in the vehicle. So keep that in mind as well. Again, this is the harness from Ruffwear. You can find the link in the description below. And if you guys have tried it, if you've used it, let us know. If you have any recommendations for other pet parents on harnesses, we'd love to hear about it in the comments here. You can share those on our Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus pages. And I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a great week.